One of the great reads of all time in franchising is a book called Behind the Golden Arches. And it goes to tell the story of Ray Kroc and what it is that they do inside of Macca's and how they got really clear about systemization. You know, how they could make a milkshake in a couple of seconds, how they could make a hamburger with like the smallest amount of variance from one store to the next, how they could make a great thick shake right the way through to being able to do golden fries that were perfect every time. And it's kind of amazing because they really built that business based on a set of systems. And what the franchising business was supposed to do was to create a set of systems, methodologies, and approaches that, if followed, would guarantee profit. So in other words, we know how to do this better than anyone else. And if you do these things, we can get the margins right so the business can be highly successful. So if you're going to be a business leader and we're thinking about growth, leadership, and management today, then we need to start thinking very differently about what it is that we're actually doing to make sure that we produce systems that actually get us to a profit. And what we want to start really considering is that how do we have a business base of systems? And that really is an interesting conversation, because if I think about a couple of key areas, how do we generate our leads? How do we win our listings? How do we sell our listings? How do we grow our teams? How do we grow our people? How do we train our people? How do we price our products and services? All of those are a set of systems that, if done correctly, produce a phenomenal amount of result. And the greatest challenge in life is about the wasted energy and the wasted effort that don't get us any closer to actually achieving the things that we want to do. Our skill in being a great business leader is the ability to build the system and then have your team work the system. That's build the system and then work the system. And if we actually stay really focused in doing that, then we've got an amazing business. Systems are forms, checklists, visuals, dialogues. They're great videos, they're great audio, they're great training methodologies, they're approaches of how we actually go to win the game. So now more than ever before, if you walked out to 5 people in your company right now, you said, guys, how do we make revenue around this place? How do we generate our leads? How do we actually win in the listing presentation? How do we actually sell our stock? Would we be in a position that we get a consistent answer, that we have a really clear process and ideology around what it is that we do? Or would you get like 5 different answers? That's the role of what great leaders do, is they align so that there's no dispersed energy and effort in things that simply just don't matter. And think about it this way. Let's say, for example, I'm in a car and there's 4 wheels and one wheel is completely misaligned. It doesn't matter how good the other 3 wheels are. If that wheel is misaligned, that causes significant issues. Your job is to get into alignment so that naturally we can drive straight to that point of what really makes a successful business. Replicable systems, done time and time again to produce result. Do that and you're going to be seriously good inside of your business.